Hello, my name's Lisa, and I want to tell you about my free series of brilliant brand videos that will help you to build a brand that will outshine your competition. I've been working in the world of brands for over 25 years, and I want to bring that knowledge to you in a practical way with real tools and tips that you can implement right away. So let's get started. The real beauty of branding is that it's not rocket science. It just needs a bit of clever thinking, and then you need to follow that thinking through everything you do so that you build a consistent brand reputation. If you don't get your brand right before investing time and effort into your marketing activities, you'll be wasting your marketing investment. And by the way, this is not just for the brand elite. I strongly believe that well thought out strategic brand planning is a key ingredient for business success. This is why I set up ICING in 2012. After working for over 20 years for blue chip brands, including BP, Tag Heuer watches, Chivas Regal whiskey, and many more, I wanted to bring the knowledge gained from working with some of the world's greatest creative agencies to organisations of all sizes, from SMEs and startups to charities. So here's a breakdown of the 5 videos. We're already in video 1, the introduction. Each is only a few minutes long, and throughout each, I will explain how to implement the learnings in your organisation. This is the bit that will take time, so work at your own pace. Work through each video methodically, applying the principles as you go along, and you will have a strong starting point for your brand. So why is branding so important? You may think you don't have time, but even a small amount of thinking about your branding can put you leaps ahead. First of all, people will actually buy into what you do or are offering, and you can help to inspire the right action from them, whether you want them to sign up, follow you, or make a purchase. Get this right, and you completely reduce the need for price comparison because they already want what you have to offer, and you are less inclined to need to make price reductions. And by the way, when I'm talking about price, I mean any compromise, anything that costs you to give. It might be better output or giving away more time. And thirdly, the ultimate goal, you will gain loyalty to your organisation or business. This is proven to be really important, and there are models that look into this, such as the loyalty pyramid by David Acker. It can lead to repeat purchase, referral, and once a customer is proud to work with you, they may even look to you for recommendations on other products and services to buy from you. Brands like Apple are really famous for this. So what do I mean by branding? So here's an image of a traditional piece of branding. Traditionally, a unique mark to identify your products. It was used on cattle and then moved on to other goods and services so that they were recognizable. And I often ask my clients what this image means to them and whether they think is anything missing. Your branding can be your logo, it can be your colors and the symbols you use, but actually today's branding goes even further. Today, branding is about connecting with your target customer. Marketing agencies spend huge amounts of money and time developing more emotional content because they want to make a connection. And according to the Chartered Institute of Marketing, it's all about the connection. Branding is the effect of everything you're doing. Whether conscious or not, you will build a reputation for your brand through everything you do. It's the way your customers feel about you and the purpose you stand for and how that relates to their own values. After all, there's no point spouting on about a wonderful purpose if customers don't actually feel the same way as you. I find businesses can often tell their brand story from their own viewpoint. Wow, look at what this can do for you. Very sales pitch. But the brand story and messages are way more powerful if you can find a way to tap into the emotional needs of your target customers. It won't replace your business development. It's not the magic wand, but it will help you to stand out and become more attractive to those customers. Businesses need to get this right. Otherwise, all that energy, time, and money spent on marketing will not connect and will be wasted. Your brand has to be clearly defined and communicated through everything you do. You need to truly connect to turn seeing your brand into buying your brand. So to market your business with impact, you need a brand that will outshine your competition and connect with the people you are targeting. So let's look at building your brand. To grow your brand, you need to look at both your reputation and your reach. Your reach is how many people are seeing your brand and coming into contact with you. And there are many great sources of information out there on how to increase it, both offline and through social media. That's your marketing planning. But there's no point increasing your reach if you don't stand out. To build your brand, you need to think about the reputation you are building. What will people come to expect from you? What's going to be your promise to them? When we buy or sign up to a well-known brand, we have expectations of how that brand will behave. So this is all about taking control of that reputation that you will then build through your reach. So my videos are going to be very much looking at your brand reputation, i.e. the way you will connect, because you need that to be able to turn your reach into action. And the way we're going to do that is look through the 3 pillars of connection that you need to consider when communicating your brand. First of all, your brand look. What is your visual identity? It will be, of course, your logo, but there are many other visual aspects of your brand you need to consider. What is your brand sound? What is the tone? How are you going to speak with your target customers? And finally, what is the brand emotion? What are the key messages you are going to use to get across to really connect with your preferred customers? And to start this process, you need to know who you want to connect with. Often I hear businesses who are starting up saying that they're not sure yet who their target is and they don't want to narrow things down right at the start. But it's critical to make that call, otherwise you will be speaking to no one and it will be very difficult to connect. So the key is to find your tribe and develop fans. So it really does mean narrowing it down. So start by developing fans who will buy into your proposition. And then the effect can start to ripple wider. Nailing your initial point of influence is really important so that you can communicate your brand correctly and connect with them. You can, of course, have more than one target customer, as long as you find commonalities about what you offer so that you can have an umbrella brand that sits and talks to all of them. But you must then tweak your brand communication when reaching out to each target customer type. And this will make sure you are always relevant. Only talk to one target customer at a time. So find out as much as you can about your target customer and always have them in mind when developing and communicating your brand. Don't just think about age and gender, think about how they live their life, their work, their role, their income, where they live, the car they drive, how they access media, their hobbies. Now I want to talk about your brand personality. You need to make sure your brand has a personality that your who, your target customer, will get on with. To connect, think of your brand as a person. Who would your who get on with? What type of person? Considered and caring, or dynamic and fast? Inspirational, professional, fun, lively. Try to think of 3 key adjectives to describe your business or organisation. And by that, I don't mean to describe what it does, but adjectives that describe how it behaves. Think about your who and how you want them to describe your business when they're talking to other people. So, for example, if you're a business advisor, you may want to come across as inspirational, maybe intelligent and professional. If you're a sports brand, you may also want to come across as inspirational, but maybe dynamic and high performance. Take time to think about these 3 words. It shouldn't be something you rush, and then live and breathe them through everything you do. Always have them as a sense check for everything you do to act as a filter each time you communicate your brand. So I hope this has given you a taste of why you need to build your brilliant brand and that you are ready to get started. Remember to work through each video methodically, always thinking back to your ideal customer and not just everyone you could sell to or work with. If when you're done, you feel you need extra guidance, please feel free to contact me for further information about my flexible mentoring packages. It could be that you want to run a brand discovery workshop to define your brand. Or maybe you want to audit your brand and check you are on track. Or perhaps you prefer to receive regular support on a 3 to 6 month basis while you implement your brand. Whatever works for you, all these services can be provided remotely. You can find out more by contacting or following me or by visiting my website. Next, all about how to build a powerful visual identity for your brand. Thank you for listening, and if you liked what you heard, please subscribe to my channel or press the like button. Thank you and good luck.